Week 11 preview in the NFL starts right now. All right, man, you get the first matchup Thursday night.
Woo.
You get a game.
Yeah, you almost said it.
I won't say it this time. You get the New York Jets go on the road to face the New England Patriots. You ready?
No, I'm ready.
Your time? You have to click it because it's your turn to do it.
I'm ready.
Starts now.
Hey, they both won last week. I should yellow flag you for not being nice enough to these teams that if you just look at week 10, both of these teams walked away with W's. But realistically, when you talk about the Jets, what do they have going on in this game? Or specifically Justin Fields, needs to prove that he needs to be here next year. And when you already have criticism coming down from on high with the ownership on his play on the field, as well as them trading away a bunch of stars on defense to load up on draft capital, the writing is already on the wall. So if you're going to stick around as the Jets quarterback, you need to go and win a game like this. Are they going to do it? No. I mean, when you look at the Patriots, they're basically top 10 in all their offensive and defensive metrics. They've been playing really, really well. Garrett Wilson's doubtful for this one on top of it. Things aren't looking good for the Jets. The only shining light in the darkness is that all of the running backs for New England are questionable in this one. And when you're trying to run up and meet an 11.5-point line, it's hard to do if your running backs aren't 100% healthy. I think that the Jets are going to lose this one. I just don't like the 11.5-point line. They're not going to make it there.
Nice. Good job.
Well, I had more to say, and then I was like, uh-oh.
And
55 seconds later, I was going to talk about how they've only hit that 11-point victory 3 times this year out of 10 games in New England. But I think this is going to be week 4 that they hit it.
I got to look something up because now I feel a little crazy because I saw something about Wilson might actually miss like somewhere to like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying it might be 3 to 4 weeks with a ankle sprain, but they do only have him listed as doubtful. So
he
they're
might
not on. They haven't IR'd him. They haven't totally ruled him out yet.
3 weeks is
but
not
it's
worth
probably
an IR.
going to happen. Well, yeah, I mean 4 is when you can bring him back, and at this point in the season, you're like, well, like you said, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going around in gangrene these days. Unfortunately, what's the point? Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I didn't even get to talk about how the Jets are 32nd in turnover differential, the worst team for their differential. Didn't even get to do it. It's because I'm bad at it, man. I had too much to say. But it's your turn if you're ready.
Don't worry. I'll have plenty of time giving back to you.
That's okay. You got to slide this over to me so I can actually see who we're talking about next.
You can't see that. We're not allowed.
We are going overseas, though. Another 8 a.m. game over here. Ugh.
You just don't like it because you don't like waking up.
I know. No, I don't. No, I do not. I mean, I do like the all-day football thing. So when you are up, you're like, hey, football from sun up to sundown. I do
did
like
it.
that.
And then when it hit the noon games, you're kind of like,
I just watched this.
I should probably do something else in my life. But nope, I don't.
Of course not. Why would you when you get a game like the Washington Commanders going on the road to face the Miami Dolphins in Spain, Drew? And your time starts right now.
The battle of 3 and 7 teams. There's going to be a little theme going on this week. Both teams, 3 and 7. ESPN has this as an even matchup. I guess Daniels is out. Obviously, he's not playing. Marcus Mariota, he played all right against the Lions. He's 16 of 22 with 213 yards, Jesus. Every number I could say. 2 touchdowns, 0 interception. But that was after a blowout. This all kind of came at the end of the game. Oh, the Dolphins are riding on a big win against Buffalo. I think that's going to ride into this week. I think they're going to win this game. I don't really have it that close. I think Miami is going to really kind of beat the crap out of them personally, but I could be wrong. I'm going to take Miami to win this game. I think that winning against Buffalo really kind of like reset them a little bit. Hopefully Mike McDaniels has quite a bit of plays to be called to show that he's still an offensive guru in this league. I'm taking Miami.
All right. I can't say anything about it. I cheated in the last one. I can't cheat twice in a row, right? The commissioner is going to find me. The FedEx pack is already in the mail, Drew, okay? I got to play it a little careful here.
I had to keep making stuff up.
I do like the, I guess, for the even line. I guess. Whatever you say.
Yeah. It's got to adjust a little bit after a win like that, right?
I guess.
All right, man, you're next with...
Don't remind me.
Another game in
NFL game
in week 11 where the Carolina Panthers go on the road to face the Atlanta Falcons. Your time starts now.
That's not entirely fair considering that both of these teams are somewhere in the middle. I think we've kind of been slanted a little bit with how these teams have played in the past. They're getting better. I think both these teams are. There's still some ugly football in there, yeah, but the Panthers have beat Green Bay. They've had running backs go wild. And the Falcons, I mean, outside of a crazy play in overtime, or I should say crazy plays all game long, they almost beat the Indianapolis Colts overseas. I mean, amazing matchup. I still think that both these teams aren't getting the respect they deserve. The first meeting, the Panthers won this one 30-0, and on paper, that's probably the only thing they have going for them as to why they might win it again. -5 in turnover differential. Falcons are +5, so the Falcons are still way out in front of that. Offense, 28th. I mean, we talked about it before the show. Neither of these quarterbacks feel entirely safe, so they need to have a good game and win this kind of thing to not be replaced next offseason. It's hard to say that either one of them are going to shine, but 3.5 points for Atlanta. I think that Falcons are going to win, but not cover that in a close, ugly game. At home, the Falcons win.
Nice, man. Nice.
You say so. If you say so. I mean, we keep saying that.
I say nice because you're under a minute. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I will say I'm cheating again on this one. Both these teams are actually pretty close on everything they do. Defensively, you know.
I didn't say anything besides the fact that this is another game in Week 11 in the NFL. That's all I said. I don't know. You're putting words in my mouth, sir.
It was how you said it. It wasn't what you said. It's how you said it. Oh, but both these teams are kind of close when you look at it. Like 27th in points versus 28. The Falcons only average one more point a game than the Panthers do. You know, they kind of swap in yards and points on which one does better, and they're both right around that 11th to 15th rated on defense.
Atlanta's defense looked really good against the Colts. They had so much pressure on Daniel Jones.
The Panthers have showed up at times too, like Green Bay.
Yep. Yeah.
We talk about mirror matches. This almost kind of looks like one.
Yeah, it's if Atlanta plays like they did, I think Atlanta's gonna win that game personally.
I do too, but close. I just said that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying my opinion.
I know. I was about to repeat myself. I was like, I literally just told everyone. Oh, but that's okay.
Let's go to the next game. We gotta quit cheating.
No, we're gonna keep going. Okay. Keep cheating. You get a good one though. We're back to
Don't
good football.
say that. I'm just kidding.
You get all the good ones.
You can't say that. Oh no, you can.
This week, you get the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to face the Buffalo Bills, Drew, and your time starts right now.
If I did number, this would be my game of the week, number 3. So it's not number 1, it's number 3. And another theme that's going on, this is a battle of the 6 and 3 teams. I'm getting a lot of matchups here. You're starting to see the theme. Mm-hmm. Both are coming off of losses last week. I think they're both going to kind of be ready to win games. Bucs defense is what I want to talk about. The run defense is 11th in the league with just a little bit over 100 yards per game. Their pass defense is bottom 10th in the league. That's not good. That's probably where the Bills should be facing to try to beat. But Dalvin Cook is playing really well. He's playing elite level. He is second in yards at 920 yards for the season. That's huge. You obviously want to lean on that, but with a tough run defense, you're going to have to rely on Josh Allen to play well. He did not play well last week. A lot of turnovers. You got to fix that. He has to have a big game to win this game against the Buccaneers. I'm going to take Buffalo because they're in Buffalo. Bills win it.
There you go. Look at us. We haven't run over once. We've cheated a lot, but we haven't run over once. It never happens.
Never. We're always.
Let me ask you this, though. Not all wins are built the same, right? I mean, when you talk about Tampa losing last week and the Bills losing last week, I think one of those teams could feel a little bit better about their loss, right?
Yeah, they could.
There are no moral victories in the NFL. They all count the same, but they're kind of not all built the same, right?
It's true. It's good game. Should be a good game.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I get another one next, right?
Yeah, you do.
It's my turn to talk about a good team?
Dude, you ready? You're going to get the Houston Texans against your team, the Tennessee Titans. Your time starts now.
Another week, another bloodbath for the Tennessee Titans upcoming. Facing the number one defense. It's bad in Tennessee. No Jeff Simmons probably. No Calvin Ridley again probably. This is just a setup where it's hard to find a lot of positives. The only one I can really come up with is, well, the last time they played the Texans, they held them to 6 points all the way to the fourth quarter. Now, they wound up getting blown out anyway, but at least they played them tough the first time through. Maybe you get that again. On Houston's side of the ball, the question is going to be, do we finally get the return of C.J. Stroud? And are you starting to sweat a little bit with Davis Mills putting up 36 points in your absence? You know, this offense has struggled all year long, and the real question is going to be, Can Stroud turn things around in year 3? Because we're starting to get farther and farther away from that phenomenal rookie season, and I think the questions are actually starting to be a little bit more fair than they normally have been. Texans are going to win this one easy. You don't need me to tell you that, but I'm going to do it anyway. They're going to win. They're going to cover that 7.5-point line, and the Titans are going to continue to be the number 1 pick holder.
Nice. Well, you had a couple seconds there. Wow.
I know. Usually, I don't shut up about my team, right? You're like, hey, just stop.
Not a whole lot to talk about, buddy. Oh, hey, they won their bye week.
Are you challenging me? I'll throw the challenge flag. We can talk Titans for 5 more minutes if you like.
They won their bye week.
They did. They did.
Every team that had one win won.
Won again. Yeah. Jets, Saints.
There you go.
Getting better.
Now you can get the quarterback of the future.
I was just talking about Carolina, and now I'm feeling bad because they lost to the Saints last week. I'm glad I picked the Falcons at least.
It happens. It happens.
Division rivalry, right?
Yeah, which I'm gonna have one.
Well, not this moment, but no, it is. I'm sorry. I thought that said a different team. I can getting old, man. I can't see anymore.
Where's your glasses?
I didn't bring them with me.
Oh.
You get a good question mark matchup in the NFC North when you get the Chicago Bears going on the road to face the Minnesota Vikings. Drew, tell us about it in 60 seconds, man. Your time starts right now.
The Vikings are a small favorite to win this game, which blows my mind. It's a minus 3.5 spread. It makes no sense. J.J. McCarthy's still playing like a rookie. I know it's year 2. I know he didn't get a full season. He didn't get play a game last year besides a preseason. The guy needs a lot more time. I'm not saying he's bad. It's just not impressive when you go 20 of 42, 248 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions last week with a loss to the Ravens. You need to do better than that, and you have the weapons to do so. You need to do it. This is a beer bet, dude.
This was a beer bet.
You owe me a beer. I called the Ravens to win last week. Thank you, sir. I will consume that shortly.
You're getting that, but you're also getting this.
Oh, good. The Bears' defense is terrible. They're 28th in points scored. The Bears' offense is really good with seventh position in the league with 26.6 points per game. I'm taking the Bears to win this game on the road. I don't think this is going to be close. I just don't feel it, but maybe it is.
You broke our streak.
Dude,
by 3 seconds.
So many things happened.
I did. Yeah. That's okay. You got time. Of course, with the challenge, we're going to talk an extra couple minutes about this game. I just want to talk about McCarthy a little bit more. I know he's kind of been one of our it guys for the season where it doesn't really seem like every week we're talking about J.J. McCarthy and whether he should come back and play now,
right.
whether it's time to move on from him already as the Vikings, whether they have the potential for him to be a franchise quarterback or not. There's a lot going on with McCarthy. And
there is.
I think this week is another one because, you just said you're shocked that the Vikings are 3.5-point favorites, but I'm not as shocked by that. I think when you talk about even last week, it took a lot of help for the Ravens to beat them. Like fumbling kickoffs on their own 20-yard line, 8 false start penalties at home. How does that even happen? Like there's no crowd noise. It's hard for me to talk about McCarthy alone on this Vikings team, but I agree he's the X factor here, right?
Yeah, no,
if
he
they
is.
lose, it's probably because he didn't play well enough.
The surprise because the Bears are playing well. They are.
Are they? When they
seventh.
Well, they probably would have lost to the Giants if Jackson Dart played the entire game,
but
right?
They didn't.
It took Daniel.
I'm not disagreeing, but they didn't. They got a W.
See, I almost criticized Daniel Jones because of the Giants. I mean, it's just a force of habit at this point.
That's what matters when it comes down to it is, like, you're right. I mean, does Jackson Dart staying in that game do the Giants win? Possibly. I mean, that's a good.
I think they do.
That's a good possible.
Did you see Russell Wilson when he went in there? He looked like a deer in the headlights.
So
You almost feel bad for him.
I do feel bad
what
for him.
happened?
And I don't
you
like
were
him.
an MVP.
I don't like him ever since he went to the Broncos. I liked him when he was in Seattle, and then the Broncos oh, you have a personality? Gross.
Ooh, sick. Let's ride. Broncos country.
The issue is them being a favorite when Chicago's playing well.
They're not playing well. We just said they almost lost to the Giants, who just fired their coach.
You said they almost did. I said they won. I said that's all that matters.
They beat Russell Wilson. They didn't beat Jackson Dart.
Well, they did They beat him. That's all I'm saying. They
beat him into the point where he was concussed. Yeah, they did that. You should say that.
So just to clarify,
sure,
they are 5-6. The last 6 games, if I remember correctly, they lost 2. Or no, that's 5. They lost 1.
Yeah.
How's that not playing well?
because their defense is terrible. Outside of their amazing turnover differential, weird split, right? Where usually when you're like the 28th defense, you're not number one in turnover differential with plus 14.
They lost one game in the last 7 games.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. They're playing well.
Better than my team.
And you're giving to the Vikings, and you're going to be like, Vikings could win this game because J.J. McCarthy looks like poop.
This is the Vikings that almost beat the
Put your
Eagles
poop in a row or whatever.
In a group. It rhymes. Use the rhyme.
Nope, I'm going to put mine in a row.
Okay.
Because a group sounds weird. I'm not piling up poop.
Is this week's beer bet? I got to take the Vikings again? Yeah, I really don't like this. So you're kind of backing me into a corner here. I just think we're kind of overestimating how good Chicago is.
Are you taking Minnesota to win this game?
What's the line? Can I get the points?
3.5. No.
Oh wait, it's in their favor too.
It is in their favor.
Then let's do a straight split. Yeah, I mean I'll take it. Sure, why not? I mean, what's one beer between friends?
All right, another beer bet alert.
I don't feel great about it, but surely they can't let me down forever. I think they would have beat the Ravens if they wouldn't have had all those false starts and fumbled on their goal line, or Justin Jefferson would have caught that touchdown. They're in a bad spot.
I wanted to bring that up about the 8 false starts in their own
building.
While they're at home in their own building.
Now that could be a McCarthy thing where it's like he's not giving them the right snap count, right?
Playing like a rookie, man.
Yeah.
And I know he is in the sense of he didn't get played all year one, but
give me the Bear or give me the Vikings.
All right, beer bet it is.
Yuck.
Hey, I'll always take more beer from you.
Yuck. You're probably going to this week. Same deal. This is like when you're down and you're like, something's got to work for me, right? I'm just going to keep firing until something hits. I don't feel good about it.
Someone said something to me with that today where they're like, when you're in Vegas, you go down $500. That means you bet $1,000.
Mm-hmm. It's the only way to play. The only way to play. You can't play scared. Can't bet scared either. That's why the Vikings are going to win this, and I have no doubt about it.
These beers taste so much better when they're free.
Well, enjoy it next week, too. Who have I got? Let's move on. I think we've talked enough of this NFC North. Never mind. We're going to talk more NFC North. I just saw it. Yeah. You think I'd know.
Your next game, you got the Green Bay Packers going on the road to face the New York Giants. Your time starts now.
More NFC North greatness, I suppose. The Packers are one of the teams to beat in the NFC. They're playing right now, so it's a little hard for me to talk about how well they've done on this particular week. But the question for the Giants is, do you get Jackson Dart back or not? With a concussion, things are always up in the air. Sometimes you miss multiple weeks. Sometimes you miss none, and they're back the next week. Realistically, I think the concussions might have been why Brian Daboll got fired. If you remember, there was a point in time a couple weeks ago where they pushed Dart back in when he was concussed, and the NFL fined him. They kind of got embarrassed. And on top of it, then he gets concussed again. I think there might just be an inquisition on whether Daboll is doing things to protect what seems to be their quarterback of the future. The question is, do you get a dead coach bounce against the Green Bay Packers? I don't think the answer is yes, but I don't think Green Bay is going to cover the 7.5-point line, seeing as they love playing people close. I think the Giants lose this one. I don't think, even without Jaden Reed or Kraft, that the Packers are going to struggle too much in this, but I think weirdly we're going to wind up having the Giants crawl back in, unless Russell Wilson plays them. Throw that all out the window. Forget I said anything. I'm cheating now because you did. If Russell Wilson plays, give me the Packers at 7.5, because that was terrible, Drew. I'm trying not to swear here. That was terrible against the Bears. And if you did it against the Bears, I can only imagine what it's going to look like against the Packers. That was like 2 minutes, but still.
Whatever.
All right.
Such a weird firing.
Anyways, let's move on, unless you want to cheat like I cheated. Got anything you want to, burning questions you want to say about the Giants or the Packers?
No, I just said it's a weird fire. Yeah. I mean, I think
weird time.
We're going to do an episode of it, right?
I think so.
We'll talk about it. Check out the episode about Brian Daboll's firing.
And if he got what he deserved.
Or is it dumb?
Yeah, it's a little bit. There might even be a card up here if our editor is paying attention. I don't think he is. But if he is, there might even be a card here.
He's probably asleep right now, considering how much work we put him through.
Let's talk about our next game, because I had the NFC North. You have an equally good division in the AFC North, maybe, with this face-off where these Cincinnati Bengals, Drew, are going to go on the road to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank God you get a bad one. I mean, it's not that bad. Your time starts, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Right now.
This is a great rematch of Week 7. Are you kidding me? These two teams played each other, and they battled out the way they did. If you remember that game, Cincinnati won 33-31. It was a great game. It was a great game of the elderly old quarterbacks going out there and playing. I can't wait to see it again. Steelers can't decide if they're good or not. Are we going to get the Steelers that beat the Colts, or are we going to get the Steelers that lost the Chargers? Both those teams look completely different. I'd like to know which one we're going to get. I do believe that 3-6 take the Bengals out of the playoffs contentions. I think that it's going to really hurt. I think it's just too far of a hole. I don't think they can dig themselves out of it. But I don't think that's going to stop this team from playing well. I think Zach Taylor has this team trying to compete for wins. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. The over and under is at 49.5. I would take the higher if I was betting. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win this game only because it's at home.
Kind of a blast from the past. Nice little shootout, right?
Yeah.
If you would have said 10 years ago, Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers duking it out in a shootout, everyone would have been like, yeah, okay.
2010?
2015.
I
know. Time flies.
It does. I was just making up
How did we get so old?
God, don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, lucky you. You get a great matchup here.
Lucky me.
This is actually a good matchup.
I actually do think this is better than people. Like, you look at the scorecard and you're like, what do you mean both these teams aren't mathematically eliminated by now?
You get the L.A. Chargers that go on the road to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your time starts now.
Jacksonville might get Brian Thomas Jr. back. He's questionable with an ankle injury, and considering they just put up 29 points and realistically should have beaten the best defense in football last week, getting a top 10 weapon back, or 11, 12, wherever he was drafted. Editor, save me, please. Getting him back in a game like this, I think, is important, especially considering how good they've been going. They should have won last week. I think a 2-point conversion at a bad time when you're up 19, you could just kick the extra point, probably not giving the other team the momentum swing that ultimately wound up seeing them start to come back to beat you. Just don't do that against the Chargers, who this game just kind of reeks of a game the Chargers lose. They're going to go into this saying, it's Jacksonville. We got nothing to worry about. We're going to go drop some points and not do well. I could just really see the Chargers coming out and laying a dud. Statistically, the Chargers are great, but this just, again, kind of has that like feel to it where Jacksonville at 5-5 might come in here and steal a win. Give me the Jacksonville to win and cover that 2.5-point line the Chargers have. I went over. I know. It's all right. I did. I had to say it. I'm bad at this, Drew. Okay, is that what you want to hear? I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
let's see you talk about the Jaguars for a minute and 4 seconds.
Sure, okay. But make them against another team, not the Chargers.
But thankfully you don't have to talk about them. You get to talk about two. I say that the Chargers and Jaguars aren't bad right now. These teams are better though.
If the game ended or if the season ended, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, and these teams are too.
Yeah,
and you get the Seattle Seahawks going on the road to face the LA Rams. Your time starts right now.
I'm going to go ahead and drop this. This is the game of the week, but also the theme continues. This is the battle of the 7-2 teams. Whew. Isn't it crazy? I got all these teams that matches. It's crazy. That's exactly what this is. This is a mirror match. Two teams going against each other. It is so crazy. Let me tell you what I found out by researching and looking at all this, and you guys all probably know this already. Both teams are on a 4-game win streak. Both teams are just coming off a 40-plus point victory last week. They are also both top 5 in defensive stats. They're also top 5 in offensive stats. Like, these teams mirror each other completely. I love both these teams. I think they're both well coached. I think McDonald's doing a great job up in Seattle. I think McVay has done well for a long time now in the Rams. He's obviously a Super Bowl winning head coach. I'm going to take the Rams to win this game only because it's in LA. If it wasn't, if this was anywhere else, and my time's over now. If this was anywhere else, like obviously LA, or if this was an international game, I'm actually going to take Seattle.
Yeah.
And I know that LA doesn't really pack their crowd full of their fans there in remind me of the SoFi Stadium, because LA is just a travel city. People want to go there.
And they've just moved there, right? They don't have that pull yet.
Yeah, but they've won a Super Bowl there. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I really like what Seattle's doing. But I think the Rams are the most complete team in the NFL outside their kicker. If their kicker could get fixed, that's actually the hole you'd want. If everyone was like, man, your team's complete, but your kicker's just not that good, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I will take it. Give me that over like I have no left tackle. You know?
Right.
I agree, and I think, again, it doesn't take a huge leap of faith to say that both these teams have been really good and probably surprised us. I don't think going into the season anyone was saying this is going to be a matchup of, what did you say it was, 7-3 teams?
7-2.
7-2, because they've both been on bye. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think either one have necessarily come in as favorites to make the Super Bowl, but I think right now they both are certainly in the conversation, if not the Rams being the favorite to make the Super Bowl out of the NFC. I mean, every week, you look at how they played the 49ers last week. They ran up a huge number on them, and I know you said 40-point victory. It was like they scored 40 points in their victory, not like a
not
different.
differential. Yeah.
But still, an impressive win against a team that, again, has been incredibly stingy all year long in the 49ers.
Yeah.
And the Rams kind of swatted them aside.
Both teams kept the other team within the low 20s, and they were both over 40 points.
It was a blowout early, too, in every one of those games. I mean, granted, Arizona looked just hapless when they gave up 2 defensive touchdowns, basically in the first quarter. I know we were like 30 seconds into. No, put it away.
No. I'm just.
I was going to say they deserve it. They deserve it this time.
I didn't believe that stat line.
I know
when Dexter Lawrence scored 2 touchdowns from fumble recoveries, which is nuts. Mm-hmm. When I saw that, I was like, oh. ESPN made an error. Mm-hmm. I had to search for it because unfortunately I was busy and I couldn't watch that game as it was going on. I had to watch it afterwards. But when I saw that stat line, I was like, no, that's a mistake.
It was 28-0 with 30 seconds into the second quarter. It was like, so, imagine buying it.
And you're looking at the stat line, you're like, no one's ran, no one's caught anything. I'll tell you one thing: if Devontae Adams is not healthy, I think it's oblique is the injury.
Yeah.
You're
right.
If he's not 100% healthy, I do think it's a blow because he is such a big red zone threat. And
I will say, swing and a miss because I said don't take him in fantasy this year. I didn't think he had anything left. I thought, hey, this is just another situation of Devontae Adams, a receiver past his prime that has a name going to a team that's going to, just kind of ride the pine. Cooper Kupp on the other side of the field.
Yeah. And also, I don't know if Puka's 100% healthy.
No, and
he's not on the injury report, but I don't know, or if he is, I'm unaware of it. He just isn't.
That's why we have an editor. Don't worry.
He's not what he was when he started the season, and I think they kind of panicked and were like, get out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to say that everything hinges on this game because I can certainly see both of these teams kind of powering through and potentially winning this division still. But it kind of feels like it is, right? You go a long way towards winning this division by winning this game here on 11 because when you look at the rest of the NFC, even though it is the better conference, it's hard seeing these teams losing there.
Yeah. When I usually pick my game of the week, it's not because I'm like, oh, if they don't win this game, they're not going to win their division. I pick this game because it's probably the best game to watch.
I like this one too. I do.
It's going to be a great game, just like I called last week with the Patriots and the Bucs. Great game to watch. We watched it.
It was. I watched every minute of it.
I don't know if it was the best game of the week, but it was my game.
Yeah. Okay. Have we covered enough NFC West?
No.
Have we talked about it enough here?
No, we didn't. Because your next matchup is the San Francisco 49ers are going on the road to face the Arizona Cardinals. Your time starts now.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is out, and quietly nobody's talking about it. This is, again, you look at some of the things being said in the press conferences where, absent of injury to Jacoby Brissett, in quotations, Kyler Murray's done for the year. So I think this is a situation where Arizona is, they're moving on. And the weird thing is, next year they have $36 million worth of guaranteed money going to them. The year after, it's 19. So to cut him now is you're going to take a $50 million hit next season. Are they going to Cleveland Brown themselves with Deshaun Watson where he's just on the roster and he's useless? Or are they going to take a massive, massive penalty to get rid of him? I don't see any way he sticks around, especially when Jacoby Brissett is playing better than him. Is the hard thing to say. I mean, it really is. I got to talk 49ers a little bit. Do we get Purdy back finally? I think with Mac Jones struggling a little bit, this might be the week that you do kind of start him again. It's an easy matchup, or it should be, one that Purdy should be able to kind of ease his way back into. Question marks there about their starting quarterback if he doesn't play. San Fran's going to win.
Do you know what this penalty is about?
Sure. No, I don't, but go ahead.
This penalty is about all the times where I was like, dude, Kyler Murray is not a good quarterback. And you're like, you're crazy. This penalty is, you never say anything nice when I was like, Kyler Murray's not that good. He shouldn't be that high. That's what that penalty is. You're
penalizing me because you were too mean?
Yes, because you were mean to me when I was
okay.
He is not this high, and you're like, you're crazy.
I still think it's crazy. I think this is a crazy move.
Insane, dude.
Well, here, let me back up at least.
Sure.
whether or not he's a good quarterback, you owe him $36 million guaranteed next year.
True.
You probably shouldn't be talking about all this if
But
you
that's
want to
not why
trade
you're
him.
penalized.
Okay.
When we were doing our quarterback rankings, I
So
literally.
do I have to say something nice about you?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you should say
okay.
something nice about how I was right when I was like, we can't put him in the top 10. You're like, we got to. You don't have to say anything nice.
I like your hat.
Thanks, man.
I like the black on black. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool. I like that. It's a little hard to see at distance, but when you're close, it looks good.
Yeah.
Is that nice enough?
No, it's nice. It was a joke, but I had to bring it up. Man.
No, it's
I
fine.
had to.
It's fine. I still am a Kyler Murray stan. I think you go and
I don't think you're gonna be right about this one, dude.
and I might be wrong. I don't care. But this is the thing. We're not afraid of bold takes over here, right? We're not
Right.
afraid to go out on a limb. And I'm going out on a limb here on Kyler Murray, where if you see him leave and go to somewhere like the Vegas Raiders, like we talked about before the show, he's cooked. His career's done.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I was
But if
just
you-
about to say.
but
Let
if
me
you-
say something nice, right? Finish your thought.
I was gonna say if he gets a Daniel Jones style kind of glow up,
Yeah.
where he goes to a team that has like a good offensive line,
Right.
and a couple receivers that know how to catch the ball, Marvin Harrison.
Let me say something nice. I'm 100% agreeing with you on that because if he goes to the right situation, let's just say it will never happen, but let's just say, I don't know, Josh Allen gets hurt and he's done for his career.
Yeah.
And you get like him in that scenario, that might be good.
Sign me a receiver or two because I don't know that I like Kyler with those receivers.
Or you okay. Or,
Joe Burrow? If Joe Burrow never comes back, I think he'll do well
sure,
there.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah,
or the Eagles. Where you
yeah.
have, or even the Ravens, you have an offense that's set in
I think
place.
sooner or later we have to challenge this.
Okay,
as
well,
long
we
as
can
we're
move on.
going here. No, go ahead. Finish your thought, and then we'll move on.
My last thought was, I was just finishing it, was you got to put him in an offense that is used to a player that runs the ball well, and that's why I kind of kept Joe Burrow out of it, because you still want to lean on Kyler Murray's strengths, which is he is fast.
Yeah.
And you need a team that's used to it, and I don't think they built that team well enough around him to be good.
I 1,000% agree with that. And again, the question is, where do you land? It's because it's hard when you're playing musical chairs to find somewhere good, missing a quarterback. Almost always it's like, no, we're bad too.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, so good luck to him. Anyway, should we talk about our next? I didn't talk about the game at all. I talked about Kyler Murray getting cut. I mean, the 49ers are going to win.
Right, you said Brock Purdy should come back.
Yeah.
Mac Jones lost last week, so, I mean, maybe this is what
time.
pushes him.
It's time. You're paying him $50 million this time.
It was time. Anyways, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Let's talk about our next game, though, because we're going to another division matchup, man. We're going across back to the AFC, though, when we talk about the NFC North matchup of the Baltimore Ravens going on the road to face the Cleveland Browns. Your time starts right now.
The Ravens are a heavy favorite to win this game at 79% with ESPN Analytics has them at that high. They are in a 3-game win streak since Lamar's come back. I don't really blame them for believing that the Ravens are going to win. I'm going to take the Ravens to win this game. They have also scored over 27 points since Lamar's got back. This offense is back on track, right? This is why you have this guy. He is former MVP 2 years, not the last year, but 2 years in a row. They're going to win this game. So when you look at the Browns, you go, what are you doing? Like, what's the plan here? Is Dylan Gabriel really your future? If it is, that's okay. Let's figure out what you have in Shedeur Sanders. You're not winning anything keeping Gabriel out there. Get Shedeur out there. Let's see what you have in him. That all being said, I actually think the Browns are going to play pretty well, and they're going to keep this game close. Ravens win. I don't think it's a blowout.
It's on the defense again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on, Drew, and actually do what we said we were going to do and keep it to 60 seconds?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, if you have more to say, you're welcome to.
It's not worse. All I was going to say is I didn't say much about the game. What is there to say? The Ravens are on a streak.
It's important to the Ravens. It is, right?
Yeah.
And theoretically, it's important to the Browns who need to draft a quarterback, right? Where you're almost like both sides are like, I kind of hope the Browns lose this one.
But do they need to draft?
Yeah. I mean, you should see what Shedeur has, but he's a 5th-round pick.
Do they?
I
got to challenge
right,
it. We got to challenge it because we're not going to stop
No,
talking
that's fine.
about it.
Absolutely fine.
That's my last challenge.
Well, let me just set it straight here because I think that I might be able to solve this challenge in one quick kind of breakdown. The answer is he's a 5th-round pick, and if you're Kevin Stefanski, who is a beleaguered coach, and people are calling for your job, are you gambling on putting Shedeur next year, or are you saying draft me a quarterback because you haven't done well enough by me?
But you have a 3rd-round draft pick in.
I know,
Gabriel.
and I'm saying it ain't good enough.
And it's not looking good.
Yeah, so both these guys are basically dead in the water if Stefanski is actually under pressure of losing his job. He's going to go in there and say, you saddled me with Watson. I've had to ride this out. He's going to be off the roster next year. We're going to get all that money back. You're drafting me a quarterback. Or you're firing me, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be one of those two things. You're not going to go into this saying, wow, our 5th-round pick had like 4 or 5 good games at the end of 2025. Let's make him your quarterback next year.
But he's not just a regular 5th-round pick. He's a guy that was considered like a number 1 pick almost the week 2.
I had him over Ward
the draft.
early.
And then during the draft, he got blackballed. Regardless how you want to look at it, NFL doesn't like him. Teams don't like him. They don't like his dad because he'd be too
cut of his jib.
Didn't like his dad because he's too involved. I don't know what the answer is, but you did draft him, and he is a figure in the NFL where you have to kind of pay attention. Like, what are you doing with him? You're just gonna like sit there? You're gonna trade him, and you're not winning games. You're not looking great. Defense is kind of flopping.
Well, we say that. They're still really good in yards. They're just not good in points, which, again, you can't win. Yeah, you can't win if you're letting them score, right? That's why we play the game.
It's not the game I thought I was going to challenge here at all. I think it's time.
Are you out now?
Yes.
So we're only doing 60 seconds on the next game? Is that right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you got to figure out what you got in Shedeur. I think it's just time. You got to figure it out. I don't know why you're playing around with it. Put him out there. Let's just say you throw him out there. You pull Gabriel aside and you said, listen, we like what you've done for us. We got to figure out what the plan for the future is. We think it's you.
I just pooped my pants if I'm Dylan Gabriel. Like in this theoretical,
we think it's
the
you.
minute you say that, Drew, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get on Indeed. I gotta go update my husband.
What have you done?
I know, but like, I don't want to be pulled aside. I don't want my coach
I'm being
or
nice.
my GM telling me.
I'm being nice.
I know you're being nice, but the really between those lines,
we gotta find out.
We think you suck.
We got to find out what your backup's like.
Which you might as well just trade me now, Coach. I mean, yeah. Hey, Dylan, we got to bench you and put a 5th rounder in because you haven't been good enough, and we need to see if he has anything better than what you can do.
This is not like RG3 and Kirk Cousins.
No, it's not.
This is not that scenario because Kirk Cousins was not considered a top pick in the NFL draft.
Fourth rounder. Mm-hmm.
He was not considered that. And
it was a scenario, though, where he kind of fell to that 4th round, where people thought he'd go earlier. Like, there was talks of, like, well, the value
it was not a number 1 pick.
No, of course not. Number 2, right, with RG3. He was 2nd.
No, it was Andrew
Luck was first, and
Andrew
RG3
Luck,
was
and then RG3,
second.
yes.
Okay, sorry. You meant first rounder, or did you mean
first pick of the draft?
Okay.
Shedeur Sanders was considered the first pick of the draft.
Sure.
A week,
way before the process, and then everyone's like, "Wait a minute."
A week before the draft, the majority of boards had Shadeur's first.
I think it was earlier than that, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with your point.
It started, but the majority of boards had him still at number 1.
Sure.
And then the day of.
Do you think it's just a blackballing? Do you think it's just talent-wise, Drew, or do you think there's more to it than that? Because I've also heard that he had some of the worst sort of interviews with people where they were like, "Hey, tell me what you think about this play," and he was like, "No."
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I heard that about the Giants.
That is one thing I do miss about John Gruden and the ESPN when he had that quarterback one-on-one thing. That was great.
Yeah, I agree.
Bring that back.
As far as Shedeur goes, I get your point, and I don't disagree with it entirely. I'm kind of like on the fence. I think it's a situation where even if he's good, aren't you still drafting a 1st rounder next year if you're in the position to do so? Like, it would have to be spectacular. He's got to be Andrew Luck, like, pretty much right
Yeah,
now, right?
If he comes out and plays like Dylan Gabriel, then 100% it's...
But who does he have to play like in the NFL to make you not draft a quarterback here? Like, what's the line? What is it? Is it Jordan Love? Is it Jordan Love?
A couple of wins?
Even that.
Let's just say he plays out... Let's just say he plays out.
I need 30 points in those wins. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. If we're winning 13-10, I don't care. I'm drafting a quarterback. Care. Do you?
Absolutely, dude. If they put him out there, they put him out there, and he wins, let's just say 5 of the last 7 games. I think it's 7 games for them left. And he's winning 5 of those 7 games. Absolutely, he is the starter next year.
No, I mean, if he wins them 30-15 or whatever, or 30-29,
that's crazy.
If there's 30 points going on the board for the offense, he's the starter next year. If you're winning these games 10-7, I'm like, The defense won those games. You didn't win those games.
But,
I'm drafting a QB.
But
the problem is you might be messing yourself up with the draft pick.
But
I'm
if
still
it's
trading up.
But if it's like, we're going so over this.
We are.
If it's over, okay, if it's 10-7 and he did, 20 for 32 and like 250 yards.
We're negotiating now. Here.
And 1 touchdown and no interceptions, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
We're negotiating.
But if he was like 21 of, 35 and 170 yards and 0 touchdowns and 5 picks, I'd be like, there's a problem.
Yeah, and I think in your scenario where he's won some of these games, where it's like we've probably just messed up our high first rounder where we're going to have to go give up the farm to go trade up and go take his replacement. Or
There's no way, dude. If he wins 5.
At that point, I think you're right, where it's like, okay, we've messed up. He's done okay. He's done, like, better than okay. He's done well. Like, you see the trajectory, and our pick is messed up so we can't do it anyway, then yes.
We got to go on. We got to go on.
How long do you want to do this? I can do this all day.
No,
okay.
We're gonna disagree. And that's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I want to see him. I'm kind of like you. I want to see him. I just think that his potential in Cleveland is a lot lower than you do, but that's okay.
I don't think.
Let's see. I really just had to throw that last.
You did. You did have to do
Let's
that.
move on. Let's talk about our next game and not let you respond to that at all.
I don't think that he's going to be some amazing player. But you don't.
You find out.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Even if it's 1 week, I'm like, sorry, Dylan. Here you go. Go back at it, boy.
But even 1 week though.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like now? I thought you meant like 17. I was like, or 18, I guess these days.
Yeah.
Like week 18, and he goes out and has a good game. I'm like, I don't care.
No. Give him one. Yeah. Give him a game. Give him a game. Anyways, we gotta move on.
We do,
especially because considering this game matters so much to so many people.
You think I'm gonna challenge it?
Including myself. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Got the Kansas City Chiefs going on the road to face the Denver Broncos. Your time starts now.
It's almost a pity challenge, but I'll drop it right now for you so we can talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, this is a massively important game for both of these teams. Obviously, when you're talking about a division, everyone knows that the Chiefs are still the team to beat until, like the dynasty is still on until you see them actually fall a little bit here. I think Kansas City coming off of a bye is incredibly strong of a pick here, especially when you consider Andy Reid is 22-4 all-time in his career coming off of a bye. On top of it, too, Pat Surtain is questionable, so whether he's healthy or not, I think you're going to see him suit up for this one. The question is he going to be that blanket that we've seen him be, while healthy? I think the Chiefs have enough options. It doesn't matter. So even if he takes away Rice or they put him after Worthy to try to take away the big play, the Chiefs would be like, all right, that's fine. We are kind of in that like platoon mode anyway already. Going over to the Denver side, I guess it kind of already was, but going over to the Denver side, I don't think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to lose. They are 3.5-point dogs. I think they're going to cover because I think the defense keeps it close, but they're going to lose.
I didn't have to challenge it. There's another game.
No, it's okay. This is a good one, and I think there's a good one later. You messed me up as bad when you challenged the last one because now I got to pick. That's fine. I don't mind talking about this one because it's important.
I think Patrick Surtain's going to pretty much blanket one side of the field. If he plays, I don't really think following any receiver, including Rice, would be smart for Denver to do. I think it's just take that right side of the field where it's just a little bit more difficult to throw over there. That's what I would do if I was Denver. Now, that being said, I guess I don't know the strength of Patrick Surtain, but I do know that he's very, very good. If not, he's the best corner in the league right now. But if he can cover,
he's like Sauce Gardner, except he doesn't have to grab people.
If he's like the Darrell Revis factor back in the day with the Jets, where it's just like you don't pass that side of the field,
yeah, just don't
do it. Mm-hmm. And Patrick Surtain is that good. I just don't know if that's his strength.
I don't know if he's that good. He is the best corner in football, but I think we're forgetting how bad Revis was in terms of just shutting everybody down. I'm with you.
He's that good because that defense is that good.
They are third in the league.
It might not be an individual effort, per se,
sure,
but I've just seen it, dude. He's very, very good. As far as Kansas City goes and winning this game, if they do or don't, I want them to. Obviously, I'm a homer. If they don't, I think it's very devastating. I think 5-5 is a lot harder to get over in the AFC right now, especially considering the Jags just won a game. Both of the Chargers and the Broncos are very good as far as their record goes.
Yeah, the Jags did lose last week, but they're still ahead of them in the.
But if they tie the Jags have the tiebreaker because they've already played this year. I'm saying their record is better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs can't lose this game. If we're going to be in the playoffs, I don't think we're winning this division now. But if we're going to be in the playoffs, you have to beat the Broncos here.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite
Mile High is one of the toughest places to play. I know I always say that, but
yeah.
it's so tough to play there.
It is. I don't think it's quite as do or die as you're making it out to sound. I think they could lose this one and then bounce back. I don't think they'll win that division if they lose this one. But you never know. I mean, the Broncos have been letting all these games run late where it's all close and everything. If they do it here, they're going to lose to the Chiefs. You can't let the Chiefs hang around and just be like, we'll figure it out in the fourth quarter.
The only thing I can say about that, is that's what the Chiefs did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, and arguably, like, you've kind of starting to see the Chiefs decline a little bit where you probably, like, if those two teams were matching with each other, like, the 2022 Chiefs are probably better than the 2025 Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
I do agree with that. I think the Broncos are going to be in trouble if they do start slow like they have over these past 3 weeks. I think they're going to be up for it. I think they're going to know what this game means, and I think both teams are going to kind of know what this team means. But I don't think it's do or die for the Chiefs. I think even if they lose this one and you're 5-5, I mean, if you finish the year 12-5. If you finish there, I think the Chiefs are still going to be more than fine. So, no, I don't think it's do or die. I think when you talk about how good the Broncos have been, they kind of feel like fool's gold to me a little bit, Drew, if I'm being honest with you. They feel like that team that, like, is winning some close games, and you're like, well, yeah, the record's good, but are they really going to be this good when they get to the playoffs? This will be a good indicator of it, because if they do beat the Chiefs, it'll lay a lot of my doubts to rest.
Yeah, we got to get healthy on the offensive line. Josh Simmons, we don't know yet if he's going to play. And then I got to look – what's the guard that we just paid?
Trey Smith?
Gosh. I'm such a good fan.
Yeah, it's all right.
Smith, it was banged up last week with his back. He did play. Hopefully he's back to being healthy.
He's bandwagoner. It's okay.
Yeah, that's it. If all that is back to being normal, I think we could win this game. We're missing our offensive line.
I think they're going to. I think people are overestimating Denver. I think you're overestimating Denver. I think you like them more than I think they are actually a good team.
Like is a hard word.
When I say like, I think you respect them.
Respect,
sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that good. Sorry, Denver fans. I don't think they're as good as the record implies. And part of that is because they just let all these teams hang around, and then they're like, we'll just score 33 points against the Giants in the fourth quarter. It'll be fine.
Such a crazy fourth quarter.
Yeah, but they've done it like 3 weeks in a row where, like, they haven't played until, like, the very death of it. If you do it here, you're not going to win. You know, you don't get to, like, give Andy Reid 3 quarters to do whatever he wants and then beat him in the fourth. It's not going to happen. Anyway, that's like 12 minutes.
We'll keep going.
12 minutes on the Chiefs. I guess so. Are there other games this week? I didn't know.
Yeah, a good one.
Okay. Well, let's do it. As we talk, or I say we, Drew, we're both out of challenges, so you get 60 seconds on what might be the best game of the week. When the Detroit Lions go on the road to face the Philadelphia Eagles, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time starts right now.
This is the second game of the week for me. I had 1, 2, and 3. This is going to be such a good game. This is possibly a playoff preview of what it could look like in the NFC. I'm excited to watch this game. It's going to be a very high-scoring game. Both these offenses put up a lot of points. When you look at the Lions scoring 31.4 points a game, that's second in the league, and you have the Eagles scoring 26 points in the league. This is going to be such a good game. Goff is playing like an MVP. I know we have Matthew Stafford that we completely missed. That was on us. I'll allow you to talk there because we messed up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we definitely messed up. I forgot about him in the moment. You were like, who's better? And I was like, I can't think of anybody. Stafford's
better right now. I still think Baker has an opportunity. And obviously I think Goff has an opportunity. Stafford's definitely in that lead for MVP. I'm going to take Detroit to win this game. I honestly believe Detroit's going to win this game, and Philly, which is a tough place to play. They're just playing at an elite level. When you look at Gibbs, you look at Amon, you look at Laporta, there's nothing wrong with this offense. The Eagles don't really have that problem. They're kind of like don't have that issue. They have an issue where they have great players in that position. I'm going over, but they seem to not be able to make it work. It just seems weird with them. That's it. I'm taking the Lions. Why are you looking at me weird? I went over. A lot. It's a good game.
It is.
We don't have a challenge flag.
We don't.
All right, we got to move on. Or do we talk about it?
What stopped us from breaking the rules before this? I mean, we're acting like now all of a sudden this is like, handcuffs. Like, oh, no.
When I look at Saquon and I look at Dallas Goedert and I look at A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, they are great players. But for some reason, it all falls on Hurts, and Hurts doesn't play at that elite level that Goff does. And I know they just won a Super Bowl and all this stuff, but
they didn't lose one on a Goff non-contact fumble.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The Lions use their weapons better than the Eagles do. But Eagles might be a better team as a whole, but Lions use their weapons better.
The Lions are better coached.
That is true,
I think
too.
Sirianni might be the weak link of it. It's like you look at this roster, you'd probably pick the Eagles over even the Lions roster. I really like what the Lions have going on. Maybe you could say, like, you're splitting hairs when you talk about who has the better offensive line.
Yes.
You're maybe even splitting hairs on who has the better running back when you talk about Gibbs and Montgomery versus
and
Saquon.
receivers. And I think the tight end goes the Lions.
A.J. Brown versus St. Brown is kind of like, okay, take whoever you want. But second, you'd probably go Jameson Williams. Well, would you over Devontae Smith?
Dude, it's so
I
hard.
like Devontae Smith over Jameson Williams now that I think about it. Look, you take Laporta over Goddard, but not by a ton.
Oh, I would take Laporte over Goddard by a lot.
Would you?
Yes.
I like Goddard. I think
he's
the forgotten
underutilized.
man. Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he's underutilized.
I think he's the forgotten man.
If this was Goff and
this is challenge number 5, by the way.
if this was Goff at the Eagles and Hurts in the Lions, what would that be like?
Goff would probably have beat the Chiefs the first time around and the second time, so he'd probably have 2 Super Bowl wins. No offense.
Yeah, no.
I just think like that roster is insane.
And we'd be talking about a offense.
Maybe. I mean, the only thing I would kind of counter that with is like maybe Kansas City gets after Goff better, and maybe they win both.
Yeah,
of them,
the tush
right?
push.
Well, not
the tush.
They're
push
not
isn't
winning
a
last
thing.
year's Super Bowl. Yeah,
the tush push isn't a thing, but that's not fair either, because it's like going, oh well, the weapons that the Lions have aren't as good as the Eagles. No, they're just as good.
They're good. But like defensively, outside Aiden Hutchinson, who do you like on the Lions over what the Eagles have going on? I mean, Jalen Carter's the best defensive tackle on the field.
Yeah.
Linebacker's a little bit tougher. I think that's a little bit more of a toss-up.
Campbell's a good linebacker.
But we like if we're just talking pure DBs, like I like Brian Branch. I know he's kind of struggled this year.
I mean, look what the Eagles have done.
Branch.
They're bringing in everyone they possibly can.
Quinyon Mitchell is maybe the best, like, top 3 corner in football. I was going to say best, but we just talked about Patrick Surtain, so I can't. But he's like ascending to Surtain level for the Eagles. Like, he's not quite there. He has the lowest passer rating against for a corner this year. So
Cooper DeJean is, a young,
important and up and coming player. Good player.
Good player.
He's not quite to that same level as Mitchell.
A little bit of
still good.
Sophomore slump, but he'll be all right.
This is a great game.
It's gonna be
a great game. Let me ask you this, and then we're moving on to the last game. Let me ask you this. You said this is game. I'm sorry. Did you say this is 2?
This is the second game of the week.
Second game of the week. What was the first?
It was the Seahawks and Rams.
Seahawks and Rams. What was the third?
It was Tampa Bay and the Buffalo.
Does that mean the Chiefs and Broncos has dropped to the 4th best game in a, according to you, a must-win game? This is the 4th best game of the week?
Because I can't be a homer when it comes to games of the week.
We're spoiled this week then, huh? These matchups are insane.
Dude, I'm gonna watch so much football.
This is it. Like, this is the week that we're like, oh, here's who's going to get the advantage in the playoffs, right? With all these matchups.
When you look, so division games matter to the game of the week. Mm-hmm. You got to look at Seahawks and Rams because that matters in playoff contention. Sure. Detroit and Philly don't matter. Buffalo, they don't. Not in playoffs, to be in the playoffs and get that.
I mean, they're both going.
Right, but they're not in the same division.
Yeah.
The Bucks and the Bills are not in the same division. Yes, the Broncos and the Chiefs are, but
what happened to us?
I don't know.
We were supposed to talk about this for 60 seconds. What happened?
All right, let's go move on. You're going to make me stop mid.
No. Go ahead. Finish the thought.
No, that was my thought. I guess I haven't done that.
The division matchups are the most important. You're saying
when it comes to game of the week.
Doesn't matter. It matters less to the Lions and the
Chiefs
Eagles.
have been poopy, and they are 5-4.
Speaking of spoiled,
the Chiefs have been poopy at 5-4.
Record, and you're like, my team is terrible. Can you believe how bad I've suffered? We're 5-4 for the love of God, people.
Yeah.
You want to trade fandoms?
I have to give you everything Chiefs I have, and you have to give me everything Titans you have. Just change it.
I'm too ashamed to wear their colors. That's
all
what
right,
it is.
We got to move on to the final game of the week.
Yeah. Somehow this, I know we're not flexing them yet, but somehow this turned out to be the Monday night game. Whoever made the schedule,
which is going to be great for you to talk about.
Let's be honest. They did it for the fandoms. Right?
Oh, gosh,
They did it for the fan bases.
This is the 2 biggest fan bases in the NFL.
Two of them, yeah. I think the Raiders
are.
I'm spoiling it a little bit here, who we're going to talk about. I think the Raiders are like 4th or 5th, but they're up there. The Cowboys are number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll have to look that up. Or, editor, save us. All right, you got Detroit. You got Detroit. You got Dallas.
I don't have Detroit. I wish I had Detroit when I talk
You
about
got the
this
Dallas Cowboys going on the road to face the Las Vegas Raiders. Your time starts now.
How do I wind up with all the great matchups, huh? The real question in this one for the Raiders is Geno Smith. He's questionable to play, and he's been terrible this year. There's no sugarcoating it, especially coming off of, having had some good years with Pete Carroll up in Seattle. We kind of debated before the show even started, like, well, what is it to save his job? You got to win games like this when you're facing the 31st defense, because if you go in here and you lay up another egg, the Raiders know for a fact, like, you're gone, you're out of town next year. Geno doesn't have long to save his job. I think that's probably already going to happen regardless when you talk about how deep this draft class is for quarterbacks. But if it's going to happen, it's got to happen in weeks like this. Going over to the other side of the football, the Cowboys should win this one comfortably. I don't even like this 3.5-point line. 3.5 points? I know it's on the road, but the way they score, I mean, they're fourth. Speaking of mirror matches, they're fourth in both offensive categories and 31st in both defensive categories. Doesn't matter. They're going to win here because the Raiders don't really do much well. I mean, it's the 30th rated offense versus the 31st rated defense. Cowboys are going to win because they're going to put up the points.
It's just respect to Max Crosby.
I'm going to flag myself because that was a lot of negative about a silver and black team. What can I say nice about the Raiders? I think the rebuild is partially on. I really like Ashton Jinty, even though he's had the lowest yards before contact stat this season. I really like Brock Bowers. I even like Michael Mayer, the tight end behind him. I think you have some pieces. Yeah, you need some receivers, but the rebuild on the offensive line is kind of going with Colton Miller and your guard, who is JPJ.
Got hurt last week.
Yes, even though he's hurt, the rebuild is there. Just for niceties, I think offensively, at the very least, you've got a lot of good stuff going. Defensively, you have Max Crosby, which is pretty good.
It's great.
It's
a great place to start.
Outside of that, I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's a great place to start. There's probably some other players. Let me pull up the depth chart here. Let me see who you got.
I'll stop you when I'm impressed. Go ahead.
Jamal Adams.
I mean, like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devin White.
I mean, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You got Max Crosby. Okay. I mean,
this
we probably
defense
need 10
plays
defenders.
okay. It's their. I'm kidding.
I mean, they're 21st in points allowed. 14th in yards. They're not the worst.
They play very well. It's Pete Carroll.
They might
right?
be 30th if
That's
they
a
didn't have Max
defensive head coach. I mean, you got to be able to play a little bit ball when you have Pete Carroll.
Yeah. I mean, that's the plus. You have Pete Carroll, right? And he's going to hopefully be around long enough to complete this rebuild for you.
Jackson Powers Johnson, by the way.
Yeah, JPJ.
Yeah.
Jackson Powers
No, I'm
Johnson.
just getting his name out there.
I always want to say JPC, but it's always wrong. It's Jackson Powers Johnson, the guard. I do like him. I liked him in college. I like him now. I mean, I know he's out for the year, but you got 2 out of 5 offensive linemen. That's not bad. I mean, like, rebuild style, like, hey, there's a lot of teams rebuilding that can't say I like 2 of my offensive linemen.
Yeah, there's a lot to do on the offseason for the Raiders, and it definitely starts at quarterback. And in my opinion, there is no saving him. If it's me, it's Adrian O'Connell or Kenny Pickett. I mean, Geno Smith has had his chance. It's your week 11. What in the world are we doing? What are you trying to figure out?
You know what we're doing in week 11? We're cheating, Drew. We're cheating. We're cheating. Because this is like the 12th game in a row we're talking for 5 minutes, but that's fine.
They
it's
love
okay.
it.
I
They
know,
love it.
I know. Okay.
All right, let's end it right now.
Say something about Dallas because you just said something about the Raiders. Say something about Dallas, and then we're gonna end it from there.
Well, I mean, I can say the same thing I've been saying about Dallas. That offense is elite.
Have you changed your mind about Dak Prescott a little bit? Because we've been down on him. Is this year the year that it's like, well, it's not perfect?
Well, the change is that I used to consider him a top 10 quarterback, and now he's barely scraping 15. I mean, that's the only.
Have we come back up though? Like, did he crater and then now he's kind of like resurging?
Dude, you throw me out there with Ferguson and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and I'm probably like a top 15 quarterback in the NFL. Of course he is.
Until that first sack comes in.
Well, that's
I know.
not the point. That's
Oh God! Somebody's get a snow shovel. Scrape me
dead.
up.
I'm dead.
Same here. I'm not any better.
Yeah, I mean, their offense is really good. Their defense is not. But I do think I like the Quinnen Williams trade. I like that. I think you have 2 great defensive tackles to go with.
Which is weird because they just flipped from having like Dexter Lawrence, Micah Parsons. Now they're like, we're bad on the defensive interior. We're just getting a defensive interior players. We're
I like
the outside
Micah Parsons, and he's very good, but I really like Quinn Williams.
I don't hate Trayvon Diggs. I don't hate Deron Bland. Okay, we got some corners. It's kind of looking like there's a ghost of a defense here, right?
Their linebackers back 5 years ago would have worked out. This defense would have been elite.
No, that's okay. Anyway, I think that's going to do it, man. Yeah, we cheated all day long.
That's fine. Our fans like it. This is the Week 11 cheating episode of Sports Around the Bar.
Mm-hmm. We're going to lose our first-round pick. We've sent some film guys to go watch. Oh, wait, no, we're not the Patriots.
We're going to have to give up our draft picks.
Yeah,
and get fined by our editor.
Yeah. So that breaks down all of Week 11's action. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I know Drew probably had a good time, too. Yeah. I think that was fun.
Absolutely.
Great matchups.
It was great matchups.
Yeah.
That will do us for Sports Around the Bar. This is Jake, and I'm Drew, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.